So I'm going to get on with showing you what I found today and what my new project is going to be. And I'm going to share it with you. All the process and all the mistakes and everything that I'm going to make. Right, basically, I'm going to show you what I found in my favourite textile shop in this part of France. It's the one I always go to. And here we have it. So it's a beautiful, it's like a light, like a sage green toile de Juillet. And I do love my green because I've got this skirt. I've got this skirt and I love this skirt. It comes down to nearly ankle length and it's just so comfortable. And I want to make one in this style. So I'm getting inspired from this skirt because I wear these kind of skirts all the time. I just love them. This one doesn't have pockets though. And I do have another skirt, which is a blue one like this with pockets. And I do love to have pockets. So I think I'm gonna have to make pockets for this skirt. So here it is. So I got about 3 meters of this material because I'm going to show you in a moment where I got inspiration from for also another inspiration that I got for this skirt, because I need to find techniques and different ideas to make it. So I'll show you in just a moment. Here we go. So I've also bought this material. So it's a nice little gingham and it's kind of like a beigey, kind of brown, light brown beigey gingham. And yes, these two are going to go together and I will explain to you why. But I thought they went really nicely together. So we've got the toile de Juillet with the gingham. I'm going for an inspired Victorian skirt that I found online. And it's just so beautiful finding out about how the Victorians used to create and design their clothes. And basically for this skirt, it's going to be a very full skirt because there is 3 meters worth of material there. But this is what the lady on her channel said to do, was to get 3 meters of it. So I was like, okay, I can do that. And then she chose another material like this because the Victorians used to add a hem underneath their skirts. And they would put this all the way round inside. They would get a material like this. And once it was old and used and dirtied and ruined, they would unpick it from the skirts and they would put a new one. So they were there to just, you know, make their clothes last longer and protect the hems of their skirts. And I just thought, that's awesome. That's just such a good idea. And it looks so beautiful. I just thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this with my skirt. And so I thought, I'm going to go to my textile shop tomorrow. This is what I was thinking yesterday. And I'm just going to go there and go and choose some material because I wasn't sure what material I was going to use or what colours, you know, how it was going to be. But when I was looking around, I saw this toile de Juillet and I have been wanting a toile de Juillet skirt for 2 years, maybe 3. And yeah, so I just thought, yeah, I'm going to just do this in toile de Juillet and finally make the skirt. And then I saw this material and I thought, this is just so classic, you know, and this is one that she uses in her video, is one very similar to this, because the Victorians loved their gingham and they did have this kind of material and other beautiful materials, absolutely beautiful materials. And I thought, yeah, that's going to work. And I think they look really nice together. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this project. And I don't know how long it's going to take me. but I'm going to show you a bit more about the design. These materials are 100% cotton because I would rather use cotton. Every time I choose to make something, it's generally always from cotton, especially if I'm going to wear it, because my skin can't tolerate man-made fabrics. No, I just can't wear the whole polyester, acrylic, or now for natural materials, I do find wools difficult to wear. So unless they're really soft wools, I have to put a top, a long sleeve top that's cotton. So that's why I do tend to wear one here. I've always got a cotton top underneath because my skin is just so sensitive and I just can't tolerate really itchy, uncomfortable materials. So yeah, but that's great because this is lovely cotton material. Yeah, I'm just really excited about this new challenge. I like to challenge myself. I've never made a skirt before. So it is a challenge once you see the actual design of this skirt. For a beginner, maybe somebody might think I'm a little bit, maybe I should do something a bit more simple, but I don't want to do something more simple. This is what I want to do, this kind of skirt. And I don't like elasticated waistbands. I just don't get on with them. I just find them uncomfortable. And so I want to do a waistband more like this. You know, I can't see a problem making a band like this one with maybe a zip or buttons at the back. Oh, my zip's a little bit up. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so I can't see a problem making, I know in my mind how to do it. And I think it's just a matter of doing it and I'll be a lot happier. And it motivates me. In fact, it motivates me more to do something that might be more challenging and a bit more complicated, but at the end of the day, it's going to be something that I'm actually really going to be happy with and I'm going to want to wear. So, you know, that's just me. So I just dive into the deep end with things and just go with it. And it will either be a success or it won't. But I will learn from it and I'm sure it will be fine. I'll still, you know, it will be wearable. It will be wearable. So this is the channel that I'm following. It's called Pour la Victoire. And she creates these beautiful skirts with all these pleats. And it's so beautiful. I just love the look of everything that she makes. It's just all beautiful. So this is it. This is the skirt. And this is what I'm looking to make. And I do recommend this channel for anybody who loves making things, sewing and Victorian clothes. She also likes the Portuguese fashion or from the 1800s. And this is the skirt I'm looking to make. And I will put the link in my description below for her channel because I've just discovered her channel and it's absolutely brilliant. I just love everything that she does. Yeah, it's brilliant. And she explains really well. She explains everything really well. Oh, here we go. So here's the hem that I was talking to you about. And they used to unpick their hems when they were worn out. They'd unpick them and replace them with new hems. And they would make they would choose all different kinds of materials to make it look interesting or pretty. Or sometimes they just use simple, very, you know, simple ones. It depends what they could afford. And in the, you know, 1800s and prior to that, clothes would get very, very dirty. The roads were really filthy, dirty and dusty and muddy and full of horse poo and manure and everything. So you can imagine if you had your long skirts dragging across the floor, you know, your skirts would get really filthy dirty. So this was a way of preserving your clothes and keeping your clothes really in the best condition, basically. So here she is, she's making the hem now. And she's just connecting all the strips of hemming and pinning them on. So this is basically, I mean, she makes it look easy. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be, but I'm feeling quite confident. And, you know, she does reassure everyone that this is a very, you know, it's a very straightforward process as long as you're sticking to the whole plan, basically. Stick to the techniques that she's showing you and off you go, basically. So that's what I thought I would do. I'll just take my time with it. A lot of sewing, you know, when you're sewing things, the iron is always really important. You're using your iron and pressing your material a lot. And that's good because it prepares your material for sewing. It makes it look professional and it makes the finishing look really good. And that's what I did on my curtains. I made sure that it was all pressed and ironed after I'd finished sewing everything. It was all also ironed. So there we go. That is basically a bit of an example of what I've been looking at and what I want to do. And so I just have to do it now. And I am so excited to just get on with just, you know, cutting. I think I need to do all the measurements. That's what I have to do first. I need to do all the measurements and then I need to start cutting my material. And then we're on the roll, you know, then we're gonna be nearly there, you know.